You decided to show up. welcome, welcome, my Leo-Virgos. How the hell are you doing? We'll be doing good. That's great. Wonderful. All right. Let's get into shuffling real quick here. We'll get out two of your cards. You know how we do the energy in the present moment. Welcome to the channel. If you're brand new, subscribe if you have not. Become part of the Divine family. And let's get into it here. I'm going to rack these cards a little bit here. Boy, I tell you, it's hot today. Hot. I mean, that sun sucks the energy out of you real quick, man. So, drink your water. All right, two cards. All right. Okay, well, Queen of Wands with the Five of Pentacles. That is your current energy now. That is the moment you are living in the moment right now. Okay, so okay, so look at this card real quick here. It looks like those two people, right? They're not leaving the church. They're like going to the church. So instead of being like left out on the cold here, something is changing with your stability here that's going to increase your confidence. Because you're like walking in toward this building. So you're like coming out of the cold. This is the change. And this is going to rebuild your confidence. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, fair enough. Let's get it. Let's see what this story's about. Okay, first card of your story. Five of Cups. So maybe this hasn't happened yet and you're just kind of frustrated here, okay? Because, like, look at the picture, right? See that castle way out there in the back, right? Way out here. That is you heading towards this place. See, that's you. So you haven't gotten there yet because it's kind of far away. But you have confidence and you're going to be getting to that point. Wow, okay. Okay, truth is on the bottom, Ace of Swords. Let's keep going. Seven of Wands, yeah. So you're not letting anything stop you or get in your way here. Because there's going to be a big change. So like I said, you're coming out of the cold. Meaning, like, whatever cycle that you're going through, whatever issues, whatever drama you're going through, that's all going away. You're like coming out of that. What's going on in the comments? How you doing, Brooke? Okay, let's keep going. Okay, this is good. This is good. I like this. Seven of Pentacles. So you're on your way to planting seeds somewhere. Maybe you want to change locations. I don't know. Try to move. Invest in somewhere else or something else because you're heading somewhere. Okay, because like I said, that castle is far away out here, you know, with this Five of Cups. And then you're moving towards it with this Five of Pentacles. Okay, I don't know. Let's keep going. A little too early to figure it all out. Four of Wands. So like I said, you could be moving. Some of y'all might be moving and you're trying to maybe there's just a weight. There's like a little weight here. You're frustrated here that, you know, something keeps getting blocked. So maybe every time you're trying to go to, you know, let's just give an example. Say if you're going to go buy a house, you see a house, you look at it and you're like, oh, I need some time to think about it. So the next day you call and you're like, well, I thought about it. And like, oh, sorry, too late. Somebody already put an offer in. So it's like that kind of a scenario where you keep going, wanting to go towards something, but there's other things that are kind of blocking you from getting to this Four of Wands, which is like building something. This is building, you know, some kind of stability, a foundation, or maybe, like I said, moving. Okay. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. So the Hierophant here. Okay. Let me see what this is. Okay, so, you know, with the Hierophant, that's like, you know, your higher self. That's, you know, your spiritual side self. So you're trying to remain humble through this process, right? Trying to stay cool, calm with that Four of Swords, trying to keep the peace. Though it's frustrating, like I said, you kind of get blocked when you try to move in this direction. Or towards, like I said, maybe a new house. I mean, I keep pulling on house. I don't know why. Hey. All right, what are these two? Okay, Knight of Wands. Ooh, giddy up. And then the Emperor. Okay, so yeah. Giddy up, Knight of Wands. There you go, taking right off. What are you doing? Taking action. So it's like the frustration came from all these obstacles that were preventing you to get to your goal, whatever that is going to be for you. So you just got pissed. Something lit a match underneath your ass and you got pissed. And now you're starting to take action. You're being that emperor, that boss, taking charge. Okay, so whatever you're trying to go for, you are like dead set on it. And whatever you're trying to get, see, you're just holding on to this emperor energy. So there's definitely something that you're trying to get that you don't want to let go of. You know, maybe some of y'all are just working this deal with the house. Like I said, this house keeps coming up. So maybe y'all are trying to just work on the, you know, the asking price, all these little things that just come up with, you know, inspections, termites, and fucking this and that and that and this. And you're holding on to this house or this thing that you don't want to let go of. Queen of Cups, because you really love it. Wow, okay, so you're just holding on tight. I mean, it doesn't have to be a house. It could be just something that, you know, you could build with, or somebody build something together with. I don't know, I'm not seeing another person out here really. Okay, well, this is a little... Ten of Pentacles, he building this generational wealth, this legacy. Yeah. Trying to get established in some way. And you just keep this dream alive. Four of Cups. So the Four is about stability, the Cups is your emotions. So like I said, back here with the Hierophant, you're just locked in, you know, emotionally. So there's no giving up on this. Even though there's been roadblocks and situations that prevented you from getting it previously, that would be the frustrating part. And I'm just telling you, it's got to be something to do with the house, with that Four of Wands. And then we have the Five of Pentacles with like that church looking shit right there. And then you have the Five of Cups with that tower house way out there in the back. That's where you're trying to go. And that bridge is like what's been blocking you. Okay? Interesting. Let's going on in the comments? Sorry I missed all you guys. The chit chatter, new subscriber. Thank you. Appreciate it. You're amazing. I like it. Thank you for the new subscriber. Thank you. Welcome to the family. All right. We're not going to do individual questions here. This is just a general collective message for Leo Virgo's Cusp. But, you know, if you have Leo or Virgo anywhere in your chart, I mean, you're already here, right? You're already here. So let's keep going. Empress. What's up with this? Empress and the Emperor out here? Okay, what's going on? King of Swords. Huh. I'm going to need another card. Wow. The message isn't quite clear. Chariot. This is getting pretty deep now here. So, though that you keep getting rejected for this idea, it keeps getting roadblocked, so many speed bumps that you have to endure to get to this end goal, somehow you still remain in this loving, nurturing, caring kind of energy with the Empress for whatever this thing is. And now you see a clear path with that Emperor to take some kind of action. And with this King of Swords and the Chariot, you are like going straight for it. So this could be, with the Chariot, moving successfully forward, could be meaning that your obstacles, interferences, speed bumps, roadblocks, whatever, they're done. You got past them. Okay? Let's go. Two of Wands, yeah. So you made the choice to keep moving forward towards this. You know, a lot, like when I mentioned the house earlier, like a lot of people don't know that, sure, you looked at the house, you really like it, but you want to think about it, you come back, somebody makes an offer. Most people just quit. They don't know that they can make a counter offer, you know, and just battle out the price. And whoever's got the highest price is obviously going to win. And so this is kind of like that same analogy of you've had to go through this grind, this grit to get to this thing that you want so badly. And finally something twisted a little bit and you ran through that. It was like an opportunity, an opening, something split for you to take a beeline straight forward. So now it's yours, you're moving forward, and your idea of not quitting was like the best choice, best decision. Because now it's like right in front of your face. Wow. Okay. That's insane. Seven of Swords. Yeah, so, you know, this is taking on a lot. You've taken on a lot with this whole energy, this whole moving forward to whatever this is. You've really put some mind power into it here. You might have even been a little obsessive over it. Okay, the Devil card with that Seven of Swords, yeah, maybe a little bit. Well, you know, you got wiggle room here. Okay, so now that you have this thing in your possession, now you're kind of like, you know, you really did one good for yourself. And it's definitely boosting your confidence here because that's what it was starting to do. This is the whole idea, you know. You know, some of you, you know, some of you youngins, it could be where you're getting your first apartment. You know, some of y'all could be it could be your first house. or second house, whatever. It could be a job. You know, maybe you was in a certain job for quite a while, and you were looking for different options and different avenues to, grow and become more financially successful. And there's just all these roadblocks. So now there's an opening, going right for it. Wow, a little different. Definitely a little different. Okay, we got the Five of Wands. So there's gonna be, I want to say haters. Yeah, there's gonna be some haters. Haters up in the building. What's going on, everybody? Yeah. So you Five of Wands. There gonna be some haters talking schmack of your progress here, what you got, and you don't care. You just walk away from these kind of clowns. Okay. You're not really bothered here because you got the win. You got what you wanted. And that is the damn truth right there in your face. Hallelujah. All right, home slice. We're going to leave it right there as your story mode. I love this for you. It seems like it's a little bit of a lesson of testing your patience, your long-term goals of what you want. How can you be disciplined enough to maintain a long-term focused goal and actually achieve it? And a lot of people can't. They got that short-term memory and they already forget what the fuck they were trying to get. 6 months in, you know what I mean? So I think this is a pretty good lesson for you here to see your endurance and your longevity for your goals. All right, 2 cards for the ending. Kapow. Okay, Knight of Cups. With the Magician. Yeah. So, you're going to be just working things. So like if it is a house, you're going to just be fun and flirty and fancy and foot loose when you're decorating, making the magic happen. Okay? So you're going to be in this magical kind of energy here where, you're just going to be uplifted. You're going to be light. You're going to be fun. And it's going to really be good for you. And this is great because why? In the beginning, it was all going to build your confidence. And I think here with that closer, it really says that this does build your confidence. So go get it. Don't stop dreaming. Keep on going. Okay? That has been your reading, my friends. I definitely appreciate y'all being out here. Be blessed, be brave, be bold, be well. Enjoy the rest of your week. And I will see you on the next one. Stupid magnet.